Hi everyone, it's Aya. I'm coming to you here to deliver messages to Virgo for July 2020. So I've drawn 4 cards here, and as you can see we have the Five of Pentacles, King of Wands, the Emperor, and the Tower. So to start us at the beginning with the Five of Pentacles, oftentimes this card is referred to as a poverty consciousness card, or feeling like you're being left out in the cold. So what you see here are 2 figures who have obviously gone through many things and are outside in the snow, but we can also see there's a brightly lit church stained window in the background. And what I get the sense of from Virgos is that you feel like you're being left out, or you feel like something isn't being offered to you, or it's unavailable to you. I hear a lot of I can't when I'm thinking about Virgo energy right now for July. Just be aware that sometimes we may feel like we're being left out in the cold, or being ignored, or our power is being taken away, when really the fact is that we need to take up that power for ourselves. So I mean, for this card, for example, if these 2 figures were to grab onto the handle to the church door and enter, they would be out of the cold, which also maybe points you to more questions about exploring your spirituality and what that means, and if perhaps spirituality could lead to a route for you out of the cold, if that makes sense. But yeah, touching on a sense of lack, a sense of poverty of spirit. That's what I would call it more clearly. And I get the, and also too, I also get the sense of looking too closely at small problems. There's a real focus on small things, which perhaps seem large or seem significant under the current context or in your current environment. But if you were to say, think about these issues in a month or 2 months, they may truly be small things. And perhaps you were looking too closely at them, and that's what made them appear bigger than they really perhaps are. And so onto the next card for the King of Wands. This is a really interesting energy here for you. So the King of Wands, of course, is the top of the wands or staff suit in tarot. And so with this king, he isn't so much about doing these things for himself. He is about leading others and providing a vision for others. I feel like you're stepping forward into some kind of role that you're bringing people together. I want to say like you're a social leader or some sort of social visionary. Perhaps you have some ideas on how people should be interacting, or what the maybe more helpful or beneficial way for people to be interacting with each other is. But I feel like you're stepping into that role. You're stepping into, again, some sort of leadership. And there's quite a bit of passion here. You may feel a bit fiery about it, whatever this issue is. Perhaps there's a social cause or a passion project that you'll be involved with. Perhaps working with, I get working with animals, working with children. That's something that I see at the moment, which again I think is a very positive energy there for the second week. In the third week here, we have the Emperor. So this is a card that is showing up everywhere. Currently, Mars has just moved into Aries in terms of astrology, and this is the Aries Mars card. So he is here and he wants to be heard. Apparently as well, this is also the card of the entire 2020 year, which is very interesting. I mean, perhaps that's why it is showing up so much. How I believe that was decided, how the Emperor card is the card of the year, is through numerology with the year 2020 and all that stuff. So with the Emperor, the Emperor is a great person to have on your side, and right now I see that he is on your side. So typically this is an authority figure, a father figure, someone who really believes in structure, routine, discipline, someone who demands a lot of respect. This could be you, or this could be someone who is presenting an opportunity to you. And when you're, of course, interacting with the Emperor, you need to have a certain countenance or a certain approach. So that may be the connection to the week before here with the King of Wands, right? If you're channeling that King of Wands energy and you take that to the Emperor, you shouldn't have any problem going forward with whatever that is. Again, be it a new job, a new opportunity, a new project. I feel it's more career or living situation related. That's my impression there. But there may be something offered to you, but you have to be in the right state to get it and make it happen. This isn't something that will simply be handed to you. That's really what the first card, right, the Five of Pentacles is pointing to, is that, these two individuals may feel, well, nothing is being given to me, so I don't deserve anything. But you may want to ask yourself, what am I asking for? What am I looking for? And if you have some more clarification on what you want and what you're looking for, you will then be able to realize, okay, I need to take these steps to open the door. I need to walk through the door for myself. The Emperor can only show you the door. You have to walk through it for yourself, right? So that's why I think it is so important to start taking up any sort of leadership roles, becoming more social, becoming more, I see just coming alive and more vibrant, around new people, new energies, music. I hear music and glasses clinking, laughter, that kind of thing. I see that really happening there. But to touch on the Emperor again, so this is, like I said, an opportunity that will probably be presented to you. It will likely be pretty clear and pretty apparent what it is. I don't think there will be any confusion about what is an opportunity and what isn't. The Emperor is a very clear and direct and articulate energy. It may be too direct, now that I think about that. It may be such a direct and kind of sharp opportunity that it might make you pause for a moment. But again, like I said, if you are stepping out of that poverty consciousness, if you are realizing that you have the power to open the doors for yourself and that you must be the one to walk through them for yourself, no one can walk through those doors for you, then I don't think there will be too much of a challenge there. I would, again, if there is an opportunity presented to you, and again, if it's overwhelming or sudden or drastic, maybe try to buy yourself a little time. Consult with your trusted friends and family. Take time to make a decision that may be drastic. It may be a new job opportunity across the country or working internationally, just something bigger and something direct. And so for the last card here, so sometimes in tarot, the Tower is a little bit feared. So when the way that I read tarot, when cards are inverted or upside down like this with with the Tower card here, like I have, that means to me it's more of an internal situation. It's less, well, it certainly may involve other people, or other people may have started this situation, but it's more of what's going on with you internally. And what I see here is this is a change. This may be a sudden change. This may be something unexpected, but also it points to the need for drastic personal transformation. So it may be that the opportunity that this Emperor figure is presenting to you, this would be someone who presents with a lot of direct masculine energy, a lot of fire energy as well. If that opportunity is presented to you, you need to be ready for it. So there may be some work to do here. And so what I also see here is perhaps the avoidance of necessary internal change. Again, going back to our first card, we have, the idea of looking too closely at problems, making mountains out of molehills, perhaps, focusing on things that may feel outside of our control, but perhaps are not really. But on the other side, with the Tower, you may feel the urge to run in the face of these issues that may come up. Again, maybe something, just a sudden internal realization, something may just all of a sudden click about perhaps why a relationship is the way it is, or why certain family dynamics are the way they are. And what I really encourage you to do there is to not run from it. I encourage you to sit with that feeling for at least a few minutes. I really do. I see the temptation to cut and run, or just kind of say, well, this is too difficult, and kind of slamming the door and leaving for a little while. Take some time to sit with those uncomfortable feelings. Ultimately, this is growth that you need, and this is growth that will be difficult and will be challenging, but it will be worth it. That's really what I feel. And when you get through this, again, this sudden unexpected change, or this sudden internal realization, and you sit with it and you don't run from it, you will be stronger for it. And ultimately, you'll be able to open up so many more doors for yourself. So with that, that concludes my reading for Virgo for July 2020. Thanks. Take care. Bye.